Hello and welcome to the Veondra Roxx YouTube channel, where I rocks, you rocks, and we rocks together. Rocks Nation stand up in the building, baby. You can't say the slogan without including yourself. You all, I'm super excited about today's topic on Move It Mondays. We're going to get right into it right after this intro.
You ready? Turn up. Here we go.
Now that we have that wonderful intro out of the way, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure you press that bell for notifications so that you never, ever miss out on a video that I have here on this YouTube channel, okay? With that being said, let's get straight into it. Today's Move It Monday, you guys. So I want to dive a little deeper in what? Get mad. As I spoke about it previously, I want you to understand getting mad ain't something you just say. It's something that you live. It's something that you walk through. So what does it mean to be motivated and determined to make a decision to change? That was a lot, but it was real. It was a real situation. The question is are you? Are you mad? Are you motivated and determined to make a change? Because the reality of it is time is ticking and it's not waiting on you. You have to get up and do something if you want to see a change. Are you mad? Are you mad? So let me give you some steps to get mad. Because I know some people, they're like, well, you know what, I'm mad. But even though I'm mad, I don't know what I should be doing. I don't quite know how to execute the things that I'm thinking that I want to accomplish. I feel that I want to accomplish because I'm a little confused. I'm wavered in my thinking. So I have some steps for you today. We're going to go with step number 1, which is setting a schedule, you guys. Many of our millionaires and billionaires, people who are wealthy and well esteemed, they all have a schedule. If you don't have a schedule, how do you expect to get anything accomplished? How do you expect to go throughout your day using every minute that God has given you and making sure you don't waste 1 minute of your time? You know, previously in 2020, I had heard a question that was so provoking. It made me say, you know what? I will not and I shall not live like that, which was simply this. Write this in your notebooks. If you knew your expiration date, how would you live? Many of us live as if tomorrow is promised. And when we look back in the Bible days, those people were living for 500 years, 300 years. So that means we're living out literally a smidget of life. But we tend to act like we have all day and every day to live. Who said tomorrow's promised to you? Like the movie Last Holiday, where Queen Latifah found out that she had 3 weeks to live. It made her quit her job, get out all her savings, and go everywhere she always wanted to go. But why is it that something devastating has to trigger us to say, I'm not going to waste another minute? Because we take life for granted. We take our moments that we're given for granted because we think we have tomorrow. But tomorrow is not promised to you. Tomorrow is not promised to me. So we have to do something better, right? Okay, so set a schedule. What does that mean? You should be waking up earlier in the morning. I'm going to possibly put a schedule here, something similar to what I do in the mornings. So I get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. All right, next to that, pray, awake, meditate, and go to the restroom, okay? I do these things in the morning at 6 o'clock. When I start my meditation, from there, I say meditation starts at like 6:45 because obviously making your bed, going to the bathroom kind of takes a little bit of my time. And then praying as well because I have to give thanks to God for allowing me to see another day, okay? So after that, I meditate on his word, I pray, and I do that for about another 30 to 45 minutes. And then by 7 o'clock, I'm taking my supplements, Wonderful NutriBurst, my NRG, Natural Raw Energy, okay? So that I can go throughout my day and I'm able to accomplish the goals that I set forth. From there, I do some self-development along with other things. But everything has a set time and a length of time in which I complete those items. Many of us set schedules, but we also don't take into account how long it will take to accomplish that particular thing, which is why many of us don't always accomplish everything we put on our schedules because we give some things more time than we should. But that's because we're taking phone calls, right? Phone calls from moms, dads, cousins, aunties, business partners, people who may be wasting our times, baby daddies, foolishness, foolishness, foolishness. And we need to be focused, right, on what we have to do. So you want to make sure that this schedule is so clear cut and so time driven that when somebody calls you, either they're calling you for business or they don't need to be talking to you at all. So you may get on the phone, hey, how are you doing? What's up? Oh, girl, just checking in. Well, everything's good, but I'm super busy right now. I got to run. Some conversations need to be cut short. If they're not adding value, why waste your time? And if you look at the closest 5 people you have in your life, that will really let you know where your trajectory is headed. So if everybody is just like you, unwealthy, wanting wealth, not doing anything to get it, time to get some new friends, boo. Sometimes you need to be okay with being alone and on your own so God can stretch you, mold you, make you, take those things out of you so you can be elevated onto a new level. I just recently told somebody this, is I would rather be alone and on my own and get what I need from God and go after my dreams than to stay stuck in a rut with people who just don't get it. Okay? So we're not doing that in 2021. We're focused, motivated, and determined to make a decision to change. Okay? With that being said, number 2, which is what? Self-care. Many of us are not aware of how we do not have self-care for ourselves. Now I understand, right? Pandemic, can't go to the nail salon, can't do this, but you can do something to make sure that you give yourself undivided attention to do something that you love to do. Something that makes you happy. If it's listening to music, reading a book, if it's going bike riding, if it's going hiking, that makes you excited, where nothing can interrupt you. Phone is on silent. No one can call you during this time. It can be 30 minutes. It can be up to an hour a day. Self-care. Because I have a theory that if I'm no good to myself, I'm no good to anybody else. So many of us are depleted. Many of us are worn out. We're tired because we're constantly giving to the kids. We're constantly giving to the job. We're constantly giving over to everybody else. But who is there to replenish you? Who is there to make you feel like, you know what? Everything is going to be all right. Who? Nobody. You're the one that's encouraging everybody. You're the one that's always uplifting everybody. So you have to do what? Refuel yourself. So that meditating in the morning, that silencing yourself, that praying in the morning, and then taking self-care throughout the day, that's going to take your whole vibration, your frequency, your energy, your joy, your abundant joy to a whole new level. Your life gratitude to an extreme height that can't nobody stop. You understand me? Nobody. So you want to make sure you take out some time and put this in your schedule as well. You also want to make sure that you do at least 30 minutes to an hour of self-development. Now, many people say, oh, well, I meditated, so that's my self-development, or I prayed, that's my self-development. My self-care was my self-development. No, and no, and no. Self-development is where you listen to a mentor of yours, whether it's a virtual mentor, a mentor that's really in person, or somebody you can call on the phone, and you get their advice and you get great knowledge from them. I highly suggest that you get a mentor that is virtual because you're able to go back to those videos and look at what they said, take notes, and look at your life and see how you can align what you're doing with what they're saying so that you can get the same success, if not better success than they got in an earlier span of time. Because many people who are, at that peak of their lives right now, wealthy and thriving, they could have did some things different, maybe a little few here, a little few there to get to where they want to get a little quicker. But if you listen to their stories, dive deep into what they did, you'll see like, oh my God, well, maybe I should try that. A person that I love is Lisa Nichols, okay? And if you don't know her, you want to make sure that you look her up. Awesome, awesome, awesome speaker. Okay, she came from Compton, you guys. I'm not going to go into detail about her story, but she was willing to do something daring, do something challenging, and it made her family and friends look at her like she was insane. But she said what I said. I'd rather be alone and on my own and get me together because I'm just like everybody else around me. They're no better and I'm no better, but I'm constantly living the same way, wanting more, and I don't have enough yet. So listen to her story. It is transformational. It will help you self-develop in more ways than one. Okay, with that being said, we're going to shoot on to the last one, which is number 4, working out. Now, I know many people say, well, I can just eat right, I can fast, and I'll lose my weight. I'll eat on the salad, I'll eat on the fruit, I'll drink my gallon of water, and I'll be fine. But let me explain something to you. If you're not moving your body, you're not activating your circulatory system. You're not activating those muscles. You're not moving those things around. How can you get better if you're sitting down? Huh? Many people work from home. They're sitting down most of the day. If you analyze how much you sit, you may be like, oh, I may be sitting a little too much. You know, you sleep for 8 hours. Even if you don't get 8 hours, you're getting about 6, right? And then you're working for another 8, sitting at home. Even if you get up in between, it's not as long as the sitting time. So that's 16 hours of your day, your life, sitting in one day. Not to mention going to the restroom, driving in the car. Okay, so if you calculate all of that compared to working out, walking for 30 minutes, an hour a day, it's really nothing. But a little bit can make a major change. I have started myself working out at least twice, sometimes 3 times a day, where I work out with my trainer, and then I go walking for about 3 miles, and then we have our 9 to 5 with a shop to grind, and I walk another 2.5 miles. So I'm constantly moving. I'm on the go because I realize the more I'm moving, I'm burning what? Calories. I'm getting all the old things off of my body because I want to be transformed. I'm mad. I'm motivated and determined to make a decision to change. And sometimes changing means you have to get out of your ordinary routine. You have to drive in a new way. You have to move a new way, right? You know, many of us will get up in the morning. We have that one way we take to work. This is how I get to work. I'm not going to work no other way. I dare you to take a new route. Because that new route can open up your mind to new things. But some of us have been in this hamster wheel, in this cycle, and we're asking God, why can't I seem to get out of this thing? Because you're not willing to change. You're okay with doing the same thing because everybody around you does the same thing. Are you not tired of living this quotation fingers American dream where they have told us all we do is go to school? That's it? Go to high school, huh? Go to college, graduate, marry somebody, have kids, get a house, and have your, white picket fence, and that's it? Life has more to offer. Life has more to offer. But you have to be willing to get out of your own head, get out of your own way, and say, you know what? I'm going to take a chance today. What do I have to lose? If all else fails, you have the backup. Quotation fingers, but I don't even really believe in the backup plan, but that's another talk for another day. If you were just to put and fuel that much energy that you put into that job that you can't stand going to, with that man that you can't stand living with that woman that you just can't stand being with, you know how transformational your life would be on a whole new level. But we don't want to make people feel bad. We don't want to, have our parents say, I told you so. You shouldn't have been with that person. Oh, well, what they think. Our parents didn't have it all right. They didn't have it all. But guess what? All of us have our own journey and you have to learn for yourself. It's okay to take that leap of faith. Jump. Guess what? God will catch you. God will catch you. Make wise choices. Sometimes you just got to take the leap. Like Taraji P. Henson did. She came all the way to California with $300 some in her pocket and her son. That woman now is a well-known actor living in a beautiful home. Okay? Don't doubt yourself before you even giving yourself a chance. Do not doubt. Go after that thing. Anyhow, you all, I don't want to hold you because I can keep going on and on and on about this. I may end up making another video more in depth about the Get Mad because I realized in 2021, either you're going to jump on board and do something or you're going to look to the sidelines and say, dang, I wish I would have. I wish I would have. I would say this in earlier videos. I had a quote on my wall in college. And I'll leave you with this. That said, 20 years from now, you'll regret the things that you wish you would have done. Won't be me. I refuse to allow that to be my reality. I'm going to do whatever it is I need to do. YouTube is not something that's easy for me to do because it takes time to set up the lighting. It takes time to set up the camera. And then after you record it, you have to edit, right? You got to change this. You got to add this, adding the pictures, adding the words, all that crazy fancy stuff, right? And people look at it like, oh my God, I love this YouTube video. And we see other YouTubers, we're like, oh my God, I love their YouTube video. But you don't understand the amount of work that it takes just for one video. But the reality of it is in order for you to be extraordinary, you have to be willing to do things that others won't and only dream about doing in order to get a different result than everybody else. What are you willing to do differently? What are you willing to change? Change is not in your comfortable place, but it's in your uncomfortable space. Ooh, I wasn't expecting to say that. Change is not in your comfortable place, but it's in your uncomfortable space. Oh, I feel that right there. I'm going to have to get up off of here with y'all tonight. Anyhow, I want you to know this. Get mad. motivated and determined to make a decision to change. As you guys know, I'm your girl, Veondra Roxx, and I rocks, you rocks, and we rocks together. Rocks Nation, stand up in the building, baby. Until next time, you guys. You know you can't say a slogan without including yourself. And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I almost forgot. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Press the bell for notifications. Share this video with your friends. Trust me, you didn't come to this channel and this video by chance. Get what you need. It's your time. All right? Until next time, you all. Peace to you.
Turn up.